Well, you really couldn't find us online unless you knew exactly what you were looking for.
You weren't going to stumble upon us.
No, you're not going to stumble upon us by searching for romantic getaways or summer vacation spots. You had to know you were looking for Stout's Island Lodge.
The name Resorts and Lodges, kind of genius. I mean, we are Stout Island Lodge. And so the idea that when someone is looking for a lodge, we will come up because Resorts and Lodges is so much more SEO oomph than Stout Island Lodge could ever possibly get on its own. It was a lovely thing. Sorry for the horn. It's not hard to increase from where we were, which was not on the first page at all. So I would
But
say,
to be fair, I don't think any of us have the knowledge that would have been necessary to get us that high in the rankings without Resorts and Lodges. So, I mean, I believe now when you, if you Google Wisconsin romantic getaways, we are #1. And that's awesome. It's really great.
well, significant, right? I mean, huge.
Yeah, it's been very significant. We were at about 42% occupancy when we first started our campaign with Resorts and Lodges, and we've since increased to about 65 to 69% on average, which is pretty impressive for a summer resort just because we have so much off time. May is not really time where people think of summer places. Neither is October. September and June can be a crapshoot, so to go and increase the occupancy for those days which are normally very low and take those higher, that makes a really big impact for sure. And Resorts and Lodges helps people think about us all year round, not just the 6 months out of the year that we're actually open.
That adds another hitch in our giddy-up, right? We're only open 6 months a year, which means you've got 6 months a year to figure out how to make it profitable all year round, really, to make enough that you've got enough money for the off-season, which turned out to be not a problem with Emily's leadership and Resorts and Lodges' great website that they did for us. They drove a lot of wedding business into our resort, which was great for lodging and food and beverage, clearly. The Resorts and Lodges did an actual campaign to help us increase our wedding business.
Yeah, and I think that's just another example of how like all around helpful Resorts and Lodges can be, is that it was helping us with our transient and our leisure business, and at the same time it was, boosting our marketing for weddings while we were also using some other avenues to do that. And so when people are going to search for a wedding, if they want a Wisconsin wedding, let's say for example, they see us on Resorts and Lodges, they see us on Wedding Wire, they see us on The Knot, they see us all over on blogs from photographers. They'll see us, the more a name comes to the surface, the more like, okay, maybe this is a place I want to have my wedding because I see it everywhere. Everyone's saying it's a great Wisconsin getaway to go to, so it sounds like, maybe I want to have my wedding there.
And before Resorts and Lodges, we had maybe 1 to 3 exclusive all-island weddings where they rent the island for the weekend. Now we have 4 to 6 a year easily, and that's great. They're spending about $30,000 a year, $30,000 a wedding with us, not including lodging. So we want more of those. That's a lovely price tag for us.
Yeah, Amy did a great job of, especially during the busy parts of the season, to call and remind me that, make sure you keep marketing. And what do you need? Is there anything that I can do that would take something off your plate so that we can keep going on the marketing field in the front without taking away from what the things that you need to do are? If it's put out a deal on Resorts and Lodges, or update this or update that on our listing, she's more than happy to do those things, and that was always incredibly helpful.
Certainly, when you have someone who's doing a lot of your digital marketing for you, you are freed up to do things like increase ROI and ADR and all those other things that go along with operational. Manage the employees, do some of that very necessary functions of making a resort run. Well, in the beginning, you don't. Right? In the beginning, it's a leap of faith. And then 3 years later, when they've done it, and they've done it well every step of the way, and they've increased our occupancy the way they have, I mean, now we absolutely have trust because they've done it, and they've done it well. And I would say Resorts and Lodges stepped in as a true partner. I mean, they wanted to help us in every step of the way, and they truly cared about what they could bring to the table that would make a measurable impact for Stout Island Lodge. And they follow through with what they say they're going to do. And that is, I mean, frankly, all you can ask, and more than you can ask from most vendor relationships. Has it been perfect every step of the way? Well, no. Do you know a vendor relationship that is? But what I will say is when it isn't perfect, they're right there trying to figure out how to make it work better. And my goodness, you can't ask for anything more than that. Plus, the results speak for themselves. Well, I can tell you what I have told people when I've already, because I've absolutely referred people to resorts and lodges. I said they created a website for us that is beautiful, that truly shows off our property in the way we want it shown off without overpromising, which is important. I don't want it to look better online than it is in person, and they did a beautiful job of making it beautiful online and still saving a little when you get there in person. And they were a true partner. They stepped up every step of the way and were trying to figure out what they could do to pay for themselves, in effect. And again, how can you ask for more than that in a vendor relationship?